It doesn't necessarily mean because you got this land cheap, it's going to, get you more return on investment in the long run. You understand? It just simply means that you bought it cheap, you understand, and you got more land. Hello guys, how are you doing today? If you had 5 million naira and you wanted to invest in land properties, where will you buy land? Would you buy land in ibeju, lekki, or will you buy land in ibeju? Well, I made some research for you guys. Honestly, I didn't even know before. Let's dive right in. Well, one area is backed by massive development, as you guys might have already know, and one area is well known for its cheap, affordable land. But I would like to detail it more for you guys so that you guys will understand and know which one to put your money. But here is the most important question: which one is the best investment? Let's explain. So we are going to be comparing the price, the developmental potential, their location, their accessibility, and their resale value. Let's go. Welcome to this channel. If you're interested in land investments and finding out the best time to invest your money in the right places in Lagos State, subscribe to this channel right now. Stay tuned. Let's start with one of the biggest difference: the price. Well, generally, land in Ibeju are considered to be very, very cheap, and it gives investors very, very easy entry point in the market. Unlike land in ibeju, lekki, that is considered to be the biggest commercial hub in Africa right now, it's very cheap, if you understand what I mean. So what I'm basically saying is, if you have minimal budget, Ibeju will be the safest place for you, because you can get at least one plot, let me see, for a nice amount, let me see 5 million. But when you go all the way down to ibeju, lekki, you're gonna see half plot for almost 15 million. You can see the difference. So you can see that point. That's a very, very point you guys should take note of. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the best investment. Let me explain. The cheapest land, usually they're always inside, if you have noticed, and it reduces the long-term value of the land. It doesn't necessarily mean because you got this land cheap, it's going to, get you more return on investment in the long run. You understand? It just simply means that you bought it cheap. You understand? And you got more land. So let me say, if you're farming or you're using it for a residential or commercial basis, you have more land, to do what you're doing. That's the appreciation. That's the benefit, if you understand. Well, let's go on the way to ibeju, lekki. So when you're talking about development, that's when you will see that ibeju, lekki, that's where the gold is. You understand? As we know, Dangote now is planning to build a massive refinery. Yeah, it's already built, you understand? And they are also planning to build an international airport, So only these two, this is not the only infrastructure there, but only these two major infrastructure now is enough to give lands in ibeju, lekki a 50% return on investment in the next 2 years. You understand? Before the year 2028. Yes, that's what the real estate forecast is presuming. In the next 2 years, you are going to receive 50% on lands in ibeju, lekki. So if you have money now and you're looking for the best investment, honestly speaking, I would suggest you have a land in ibeju, lekki right now, because this land is seriously untouched, not saturated. There are lots of land, and it is in a gold mine. Like, it is positioned right next to Dangote's refinery, the proposed international airport. If you're into real estate, or if you know anything about real estate, you should know what this means. You understand? So right now you can get at least one plot of land in ibeju, lekki for almost 50 million. You understand? Or more than 50 million, depending on the place, because the one you can get for 50 million means inside, but that is the cheapest you can get, 50 million. You understand? So if you have something in the favorable budget, I would suggest you highly go for ibeju, lekki. That's where the gold mine is. So if you are looking for hotels, if you want to get the land to construct hotels or businesses, shopping malls, all those kind of things, ibeju, lekki is the best place for all those things, because there will be large sums of businesses, investors, even workers. They are always going to be around there, So if you're using it for shoplets, hotel, any just commercial. You're going to make your return on investment. It's extra cash. It's within 2 years, you're going to like more than the money that you invested there, you're going to get it back. You understand? So that's why ibeju lekki is very, very key zone. You want to make good investments in Lagos State. So if you buy land on time, basically don't even need it to have lots of infrastructure before you start seeing your ROI. With just one infrastructure, even one building or one shopping mall, regardless, assuming it's in a strong and very, very noticeable location that is going to make people notice that this place is developing, don't worry, you're going to receive a strong ROI on that your land once it's in ibeju lekki. That's one thing land investment is going for. You understand? The return is very, very simple. Once it is in a place that they are already presuming that this place will develop, once they have started, just put a block or a foundation, they just start it. It has started to increase. The land you bought for 50 million, the next person that wants to buy that land that is not buying it is going to buy for like 20 million. Another key major factor is the accessibility. Imagine getting a land now. The land you bought it in the right place, bought it in a very, very commercial and strategic place, but the road is not it's not good. They have not done the road. Nobody is going to buy that land. It has already lost the value, except you yourself use your money to do the road. You understand? So that is a very, very key thing you need to know when you want to buy land. The accessibility. Is it possible? Can you drive here? Is it even in a place that somebody can walk to, or is it in a swamp? But some land they are always in the swamp. To get there you cannot go there. You stay from farm, they'll be showing you the land. You understand? So you need to look at this when you want to make any investment decision. Let's talk about something that most investors forget: the resale opportunity. It's not all land that is easy to sell. You can buy a land and now you want to sell it, it's a big problem for you. You're looking for buyers left, right, center, you can't see, you're just stranded. But if you make your proper research, just like I did, I found out that ibeju lekki now is the best place to sell because of the narrative. When you tell someone that it is where it is, give the landmarks, and the person verifies that it is true, is going to be willing to buy. And most of the time the land there, they are already done, the roads are already done, because it's in a solid land. Ibeju lekki is not like Ekpe is more of a swampy side than ibeju lekki. So we have more land there and the roads are mostly done. So if you're looking for a land here, it's easier to sell. If you have a land here, you're selling it, it's going to be easier for you. So now, with that said, in general, if I'm with 5 million naira, which one will I invest my money on? Where will I put money? Well, if I'm looking for a place for me to cultivate, let me say I want to do farm now, honestly I will go for Ekpe, because Ekpe has the land and it has the opportunity to buy the land at a cheap price. But if you go to ibeju lekki, what you are basically going there for now is ROI. You're going there to just make sure that you get the best ROI, and when you are going there, you're going to be strategic. You try for you to make the best possible use of that money, so you get a land that is close to the road, because it's that one that is going to give you that ROI you're looking for. Let me say you buy a land for 10 million, one plot, or 15 million for one plot, and now you left it in a place that it is very strategic. Let me say that started developing.